All right, welcome back to the KnivesFAST channel, guys. Say hello to Ren and Stimpy, Powder Toast Man, Log TV, and Choo Choo, and let's get started with today's video. So today's video is aimed at everybody, of course, everyone that likes an OTF knife. But if you live in California, the manufacturer Takcom Knives is actually billing this as the ultimate California legal OTF. So I think that's interesting. So if you're in California, pay attention. No, I mean, you don't have to, but very interesting. This is the Takcom Knives Stubby OTF made by Bestech, and it's actually co-branded by Bestech. You can see there, you got a Bestech logo, you got the Takcom logo. Same thing we saw with the Vigor, the Takcom Vigor. And they've got some new ones coming out. They're branded that way. So I think that's very interesting. But these are being sold, or at least as far as I can tell, at Takcom's website. Now let's talk some specs before I get too far into this beautiful knife. Now this is carbon fiber, and I'm calling it an inlay because you have aluminum that is raised and then milled out for this carbon fiber to sit in. Looks pretty cool. Carbon fiber on both sides. You have your clip there, which we'll talk about. Lanyard lanyard hole built into the knife. Nice button, which we'll talk about. But these are $189.95 on Takcom's website. You can get it in a bayonet or a Wharncliffe. Now you're like, well, what in the world do you mean by bayonet? So this is what they're calling the bayonet blade style. I would call it, man, come on, focus, a bayonet, or you could call it a kind of a dagger style or whatever you want to call it. But very cool. They're both the same price. Now, I'm going to go back to the Wharncliffe. Now, this is 1.98 inch on the blade length. Then let's just show you the blade so you can see that while I'm talking. 3.4 inches on the handle, 5.38 when extended, 0.12 on the blade thickness, so 3.2 millimeters, I believe that is. 59 to 60 on the hardness, made by Bestech, 2.8 ounces, 154 cm, hard anodized. Well, the blade is stonewashed, and then the handle is T6 aluminum that is hard anodized, and very, very cool. And again, $189.95 is what this costs. Now, guys, very smooth on the deployment. So you have a nice landing spot for your thumb on both sides with great knurling there and a flat spot on top, which has been best for me. Very responsive action. You do have, again, that beautiful carbon fiber and on both sides, and it is called the Stubby on purpose because, man, this guy is thick. It is, let's see if they tell me the thickness of it on the, I do not have decent calipers, so we will not rely on me. But let's see. Now, they do not tell me here, but let's just do a comparison. This is the Ontario Rat 1, and you can see this guy is roughly the same thickness until you get out here to those inlays or the milled spots. Let's do this. There we go. You can, man, guys, I don't know. I think it is my lighting that's causing some of the issues with the focus, and I apologize. I have been moving the light, moving the camera, trying to get this straight, so we will get it. But you can see here, most definitely a little bit thicker when it comes, man, to, okay. We'll do it like this. So you can see just slightly thicker when you look at those areas that stick out off the side there. So we will keep the focus going now and not put a second knife up here. My biggest issue, I guess, with this knife is this clip. I think the clip looks cool because it looks like the guy's going, ah! Got his eyes and his mouth here. Anyway, yeah, I know I'm weird. Good in and out of the pocket, good retention. It's got these standoffs, and when you're holding this little stubby guy, because you've got standoffs and then a flat cut clip here, the edge of that clip just comes and digs right there into your hand. It's not I still wouldn't call it a hot spot. And let's face it, when you're using an OTF, you're not super bearing down. So it's not a big deal, but you definitely feel it. Other than that, the ergonomics are very nice. Action is incredibly good on this guy. Now, blade-wise, you've got stonewash, you've got a fuller up here, and again, the TACCOM logo and the Bestech logo and 154 cm. And again, I haven't adjusted this or put oil in it or done anything. This comes from the Lefty Pass-Around group, so who knows what anybody before me did or how much cutting they've done. Now, I say that because I'm going to try to cut with it. Now, it feels fairly sharp, and yeah, I had been already doing some cutting, so I knew that was going to work. An OTF, this is the second or third or fourth of their OTFs we've had in. That have impressed me because so many OTFs seem to come dull, and I just don't get it. Nice sharpening choil, by the way. I don't get it. Now, no jiggle. Let's put it up by the mic. And I was told by somebody in the Vigor review that, well, I'm just going to say it. They basically said that the Lightning OTF was better than this, which is interesting. And they thought it was silly that I was talking about it not having any jiggle. But, you know, you do have a little bit there. Let's see if you can hear it. But none like this. And I hate a rattling OTF. And guys, I know that the Lightning OTF has that. And, you know, I'm not going to argue with people. I just think it's interesting that because these knives are a little more expensive, that some people, you know, just try to find a way to cut them down or whatever. I get it. These are made very well, and Bestech knives are running a little higher these days. Their prices are high, especially when they're being used as an OEM. And that's just the way it is. This is $189, and that's either something you're interested in or not. I would tell you the action of the Vigor and this one are two of the best OTFs I've had in a while now. I do love the Kershaw Livewire, of course, and the Hogue Counterstrike. But this is very nice. And if you're in California, this is your guy because, again, under a 2-inch blade, and ready to roll in either of the blade shapes. Now you can see it's significantly shorter than the Rat 1 and shorter than the Rat 2. This is a small knife, but again, I get about a 3-finger grip, and I can come up here very nicely, and you feel very firm and nice there. And I'm just telling you guys, in extremely well. I mean, the transitions on the material are very good. Everything feels wonderful. No hot spots, no weirdness. Again, not a big fan of the clip, but a very, very nice, well-made knife. And 154 cm and 190. It's up to you guys what you think of that. But I know that they got to charge what they got to charge. So it's up to everyone if that's something that fits in with their budget or not. So let me know what you think. Give me a thumbs up, and especially if you're in California, are you interested in this one? Because I have California people all the time. I can't have that OTF. I can't have. Well, I think you can have this one. Tell me if I'm wrong, but they're calling it the ultimate California legal OTF. So let me know what you think. Guys, give me a thumbs up. Comment down below all the things. Like, comment, subscribe, notification bell, and thank you so much for watching the Knives Fast channel.